Well, hello there. Today we are painting the Young Ice Dragon by Reaper Miniatures. This is from their Legends line, and it's absolutely beautiful metal. Now, I'm just going to show you how to paint your snow and your cold effects today, and we're going to be using two paints. We're using Frosty Blue by MSP Paints, and we're going to be using Pure White. And all we need to do for this miniature is we're going to add the Frosty Blue as a primer to the whole miniature. So I will add the primer, and then all we do is we're going to do higher dry brushing of the white, and this will leave the blue underneath. That gives that lovely kind of snow effect like in the ice, where when you look at the snow it's always blue and then it goes into white. And of course we're going to add some artificial snow to the base as well. So I will get this primed up with our Frosty Blue and I'll come straight back. Okay, so we've got two coats of Frosty Blue over the whole miniature. Now what I've got on my palette now is I've got some Frosty Blue and I've got some Pure White. I'm going to use the medium to large dry brush, and I'm going to mix 50-50 of the white and the blue together. And we're going to start making lighter and lighter over the whole miniature until we get to a nice kind of a snowy, icy effect. So all we're going to do is take the paint off, and we're going to start dry brushing very fast over the whole mini, and we'll just slowly go round and round and round until it gets lighter and lighter and the blue becomes a background to the white. Going to leave the underbelly nice and dark. Again, like on all my miniatures, we use our darkest colour to our advantage. So just going over the whole miniature, just giving a nice layer of this 50-50 mix of white and blue. And we're going directly onto the base as well. Now if you've watched any videos on YouTube where you got glaciers and ice, you always see the blue underneath. Sometimes it's a very, very dark blue or light blue, but you always get a hint of blue on the snow. So by adding the base coat on the primer coat being blue, it makes it very simple to get an icy effect by just adding layers of light blue and white on top of each other, like we're doing here. And as we progress around the miniature, it will get lighter and lighter, and those blues will slowly disappear into the background, but will still be there and give you that lovely shade, just like you see on the YouTube videos of glaciers and snowdrifts, and there's always a little dark blue. Okay, so we've gone around once now. I'm going into the white now, and so it's 75% white, 75% white, and the rest will be the blue. So it's getting much stronger now with the white. And what's happening now is I'm not putting so much pressure on the brush, so we're just going over the main areas that I want lighter. Mainly the top of the wings, a little bit more under the bottom of the wings. We're not going to do too much because we'll leave the bottom wings with that will be a nice shade. So just keep on spinning around add in white and a little bit of blue to my tissue here, and we're just spinning around the miniature nice and fast. And again onto the base, add in that white. And it's already looking absolutely fab. This is what I'm after. I'm just after that blue and white working together and making it look nice and icy. This young ice dragon is going to look awesome when it's finished. Okay, now I'm going directly into the white. So we're roughly about 95% all white, and this is as far as I'm going with the white now. Again, just on the highest areas. And this makes our dragon really come alive. It's trundling through the ice and the snow. And of course we need to do the same on our base. So again, we've got a 95% white and blue mix. 95% white, 5% left is just the blue. And that's giving it a lovely icy effect to our base as well. So there we are. That's our young ice dragon trundling through an icy snowy scape. So I'm going to let this dry. What I'm going to do, I'm going to paint all the actual bones, the claws. I'm going to paint them jet black, and I'll come back and then we'll add a little bit of snow to the base, paint in the eyes, and we're good to go. To finish off the base for our beautiful young ice dragon, I've got some tufts, some grass tufts here, and what we're going to do is they're lovely little tufts of grass, but what we want to do is make them give a snowy effect. So what I've got here in this little pot there, this is PVA glue, and I've watered it down 50-50 with water, so we've got 50% water, 50% PVA glue. And in this little tub, this is white sand that you can buy on eBay. It's very cheap, makes beautiful snow. But what we got there, this is just a pure white sand, nothing's been added to it. All we're going to do is we are going to hold the tuft of grass with my tweezers like this, and we're going to give it a little dunk into the PVA glue mix. Tap that off, get rid of most of there. That's perfect. And then all we do is we dunk it into our sand. So what happens then is you've got a lovely plant. Let me give you a little zoom in. What happens then is the plant, of course, looks like it's been snowing, and all the snow has clumped onto the actual grass tuft. Absolutely wonderful. Now all I need to do now is I need to just add a tiny bit of super glue, and we'll just add that to our base onto the super glue there. Perfect. Okay, let's get some focus back for you guys so you can see. Okay, I'll do that one more time just to show you again. So all we've got is grass tufts. You can get these grass tufts from eBay. You can buy big boxes of grass tufts. All I'm doing is I'm turning the grass tufts upside down, dunking them into 50-50 PVA glue and water, making sure it's not too clumped in the middle, so we get rid of the actual bubble. And then all we do straight into our sand, and it ends up with a beautiful snowy looking plant. And all we do then is we add a little bit of our glue, liquid super glue, and we just stick that to the base like so. and we're done. Okay, what I'll do is I shall come back and give you a 360 of the finished miniature. Now, I hope you enjoyed it. This really fast, quick paint, but it's very, very effective, and you can use it for all your dragons, snow effects. Very good for model railways as well, if you're into model railways, for doing snow effects for your miniatures. Anyway, so I shall see you next time. Enjoy the 360.